Hey, this is John. Welcome back to Next Crypto Prices. Let's now take a look at some price action, one wave at a time. So, where are we with Bitcoin? The last time I spoke about Bitcoin and made a video was April 2nd. April 2nd, I highlighted the probability that we had a bottom formed right here. And if that was the case, then this wave 4 correction was complete and we would see 5 wave to the upside to finish this multi-year uptrend that started since 2022, the low of 2022, the FTX collapse. Because keep in mind, we have a wave 3 here in brackets that made the top the 17th of December 2024. It preceded this wave 4 correction that happened to make a bottom here around April 8th, 2025. And now we are looking for wave 5 in brackets to finish this move. Important to keep in mind that this wave 5 will mark the top of this multi-year uptrend for Bitcoin. I cannot come up with a reasonable way to support targets that I see on YouTube of 200, 500, 1 million in this cycle for Bitcoin. I cannot find a way unless there is a tremendous amount of media attention and amazing news that comes and say, from now on, we're going to use Bitcoin for payment. And that's going to be the best way to take a mortgage to buy a house. And we're going to ditch the currency, the fiat currency. Like, no way it's going to happen. No way. Not now, not in the next 5 years. These things take time to be implemented. So the best way I can keep on keeping a cool head about Bitcoin price action, I'm bullish very long term. But right now, I have to deal with what I have, what's in front of me on the screen. And that says, we've got a wave 4 in brackets, apparently finished. And I'm saying apparently, not gonna like that, but I'm saying apparently. You will hear why in the next part of this video. And now we look for 5 to the upside. Wave counts wise, we've got a wave 1, 5 to the upside, a wave 2 apparently completes it, and now we look for wave 3. So the next leg up, I think the 1, 2, 3, 6 extension at 144 is a very reasonable target for the next days and weeks. Okay, I don't think it's going to take months to complete, because if you look outside of the crypto market and if you look at indices, if you look at equities, if you look at commodities, precious metals, everything is pretty high. It really is pretty high. So if a third leg is supposed to take Bitcoin to 144, give or take, then that should be happening pretty quickly. Now, wave 3 is going to be a 3 of wave 5. Yeah, so we still should expect something like that to finish the whole move. And I don't think that this whole move is going to come. I don't think it's going to take another 6 months. I think we may be surprised by the velocity, by the speed at which we reach higher prices, like 144, 150, 158, 160. I don't think we get higher than that in this cycle. I might be wrong. And if that's the case, then congratulations to those who believe, and I will adapt accordingly. But for now, the way I see it, it's hard to conceive where we are in the cycle. If you put it on the weekly, where we are in the cycle, the price action we've made for the last 3 years, like, think about how much traction, what an explosive move price would have to make to reach 200, 250. Like, what's the catalyst? There is everything except a positive catalyst on the horizon. Everything is, indices are very high. P ratios are like through the roof. Debt to GDP is also through the roof. Unemployment is picking up. Tensions across the countries. You have in the Middle East, you have still the war in Ukraine going on. You have China still looking at taking over Taiwan. Like, this is very spicy environment. It's like a big barrel of black powder that is just about to, or should I say, would just need a spark. When the shit hits the fan, this is going to be really, really bad. So I'm not here to make predictions on what's going to be the state of the global economy in the next 3-4 months. I'm just here to look at Bitcoin price action. So like I said, from the low, here that we had recently in 22nd of June, you want to see, this is a low for wave 2, so you want to see wave 3 Roman number to be completed, 5 wave to the upside. Right now we have 1, a 2, we have a third that is being made, we have a fourth that apparently is completed, and now we will look for a 5th wave to complete. 5th wave is going to happen in a 5 wave structure as well, but of a much lower degree. Okay, now one step at a time. We want wave 3 Roman numbers to be completed around 144. Yeah, you may want to look at 158. This is the 1618. Generally, this is wave 3. Where wave 3 extends, I'll be conservative on that one. I want to see 140, 144, I'll be happy, and we'll take it from there. Now, the second part of the video is here to keep me grounded. And if you think about it, from currently where we are, 118 to 144, percentage-wise, it's nothing too crazy. I think there is more to be made in the altcoins, some of the top dogs, than to just be looking at making a return on Bitcoin. I think I'll wait. I'll seriously wait to re-enter and stack on some Bitcoin in the depth of the bear markets if I'm able to identify it and catch it. But right now, I am not invested in Bitcoin. I'm not buying Bitcoin. I'm just looking at where it is and what are the possible scenarios. So scenario 1, we continue marching up and we go towards 140, 144. Yeah. Scenario 2 is this guy here, wave 4. I said that the bottom was in and we march up for wave 5 in brackets. Yeah. But what if the bottom is not in? And now you're going to tell me, well, you keep changing your mind. Well, I don't change my mind. I look at what's around and what are the options. The most likely scenario is we keep going up. But the alternative scenario, and by the way, we keep going up, is what everybody is thinking at the moment, is what everybody is counting on, is what every chart analyst and YouTuber will tell you. We keep going up. I have yet to see one that says, hold on, guys, there is another option. The other option is that this wave 4 did not complete here. It will complete in the future. What I mean by that is wave 4, we know, as per Elliott wave, takes the shape of either a triangle, an ABC, or WXY. Now, this ABC can be a flat. We can have variation of a flat, expanded flat, rounding flat, but it can also be a zigzag. In the current configuration, I doubt that this ABC will be a zigzag. What I mean by that, if you look at price movement we had here, you had initially a WXY. But this WXY is very much a zigzag. Okay, so you have an ABC here. And what if price is actually doing an A, B, and a C here for B? Yeah, so you would have A, you would have B here. And then you would want to see 5 to the downside for wave C. Okay, essentially completing this correction. Now, bigger picture, I mean, long-term picture, whether we bottomed here or we will here, doesn't change the fact that afterwards, there is still a 5 wave for this one to be completed. 5 wave to the upside, yeah. It's just that it's going to complete much later and at a different target. Okay, so the reason I'm considering this alternative is simply based on one observation, and that's the following. Wave B, when you are entering a correction and you see that price action has made the wave A in a 5 wave to the downside, you expect wave B to be looking at a 3 wave to the upside, or like a wave B as a corrective move. Now there is an indication into Elliott wave theory is that wave B can retrace up to, or should I say, if you are looking at a flat correction, the wave B retraces 90% to 138% of the preceding wave. So in that case, of the A wave to the downside. The sneaky part about wave B in those cases is that they often look throughout their development as an impulsive. That's the case here. I mean, I counted earlier 1, 2, and now we expect a wave 3. But what if this wave 1, this 5 move to the upside is wave A? You have an ABC correction for wave B, and now you are making the C leg. And what if price, I think that's the way we need to look at it if we want to invalidate this idea that we are still doing a wave 4 correction. More often than not, you will have a fifth wave that is truncated in those conditions for a wave B. So if we see price shoot up, then you can scratch this idea of wave 4 correction is not over and we are doing a wave B. You can scratch that. Now, if you see this happening and you have a top that comes near or just above this top here, then you may say, oh, we're probably doing a truncated fifth wave. And if you see price break this low here, that will seriously add confidence to the idea that, hey guys, we're not doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards 144. We're actually doing an ABC as part of a B wave correction. And we should expect to see price come down lower. Now, how low? Nobody knows at this point. But if that's the case, then you can bet that this whole formation is either going to be an expanded flat or a running flat. And so we should see wave 4 correct either above the low of wave A or below. One thing that makes this whole concept of we are still in a wave 4 correction plausible is because, like, seriously, we did not tap into this liquidity. We did not even touch the former high made in, when was it? I think it was March 2024. Price did not come to it. It would have been a normal thing to see price dipped into this. Tap the former high, get into it, take the liquidity, and then shoot up. We did not do that. I keep this in mind. I keep this scenario in mind because it keeps me grounded. But like I said, I don't have any investments in Bitcoin. I am not looking to buy. I am just considering day trading Bitcoin. It's a completely different animal. But I think it's good that everybody keeps in this, like, somewhere on their head that it's not as euphoric. It doesn't have to be as euphoric as everybody is saying. Yeah, I remember when everybody is on one side of the boat, this is usually when it tilts to the other side. So I don't know. I think it's worth keeping an eye on that. So summary of this video, picture looks good for Bitcoin. I think 144, 140, 144 as an extension of a third wave to be completed. We would then look afterwards for a wave 4 to form and a wave 5 of 5 to be completed. Where is this wave 5 going to end up? Question mark. But nonetheless, when this one completes, it's going to be lights off for a long while. I think we will have a top for Bitcoin and for the entire market. And we will see now at taking short position, at least on the short term. Yeah, the picture looks good, but I think it's worth keeping an eye on this one. Yeah. Did we really bottom here, or are we making an A, B, and then a C before we finish the wave 5? That's the question mark. Okay. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye-bye.